butt sensations, carpet confirmation, and Ashley Ray visitation. All this and more on today's How Did This Get Made? Last Looks. Hit the theme!
Last looks, hold up, we're not done. Gotta call Paul and see what is up. On the Discord, a message board while we get wrong. What's the movie next week? Maybe chat with Jason. Last looks.
Hello to all my front yous and neck yous. It's me, Paul Scheer, and welcome to How Did This Get Made? Last Looks, where you, the listener, get to voice your issues on The Manitou, a movie that Discord user Lizard Breath thinks should have had the tagline, The Manitou. A man can be a real pain in the neck. Thank you, Lizard Breath, for that alt movie tagline. And a big shout out to Dan from Rochester for that rockin' opening theme. I love these themes so much. And if you want to submit a theme to the show, you can. It's very easy. Just go to hdtgm.com and click on Submit a Song. That's it. It's a little button right there. And you can upload your song. 15 to 20 seconds is best. Take it from Dan from Rochester. He did it the way that you're supposed to do it. Just follow what Dan did. We should all be like Dan. And if you want to continue to add to the show, you can give us an alt movie tagline. You can leave us a voicemail. We have so many ways for you to reach out, and you can find a lot of them on our website or at our Discord at discord.gg/hdtgm. Now, coming up on today's episode, we'll be hearing all of your corrections and omissions on The Manitou. Then I'm going to be sitting out of today's Just Chat, but Jason will be joined by comedian and TV critic Ashley Ray to run down their list of the best TV shows on right now. I love Ashley Ray, and Jason and her get into it but good. Plus, as always, at the end of the show, I will reveal the movie that we'll be covering on next week's episode. Now, just a heads up, June and I are both in RuPaul's brand new movie, Stop That Train, which comes out in theaters today. I am in it for just mere seconds, but the movie is fun. It's like Airplane with drag queens. I think you will absolutely love it. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, keep your eyes peeled on the Largo website because we're going to be announcing a few live shows at the end of July. And if that's too long, then come on out and see Dinosaur 250, our 250th celebration of America on June 26th. Jason and I will be there with a cast of amazing people doing improv like we always do. Get your tickets now because it's always sold out. We are also selling a t-shirt in honor of our movie picking producer, Avril Halley. As you know, this was her last official pick. We've been kind of doling them out here and there over the course of the last 2 years. And this shirt that we made is I love it so much. 100% of the proceeds are donated to the Breast Cancer Research Foundation in April's memory. I think we've already raised over $10,000. You can get a sticker, you can get a mug, you get a t-shirt, a sweatshirt, whatever you want. It's a beautiful shirt. I just think it's a great way to give tribute to someone who gave us so much. Wow. So many things to talk about. Well, I hope you are going to be setting your DVRs because DVRs, do we have DVRs still? I hope you're going to be ready to tune in to Elle, the brand new trailer for June's show, Elle, just dropped. It's going to be on Amazon Prime. It's so much fun. And if you are in New York City this weekend, come check out Jason and I. We are live and live streaming at the Del Close Marathon. All right, that's all the plugs I got. But wait, one more. If you haven't checked out the dark web yet, what are you waiting for? The dark web free every Monday on YouTube. And now, people, you had questions, and I hope to give you answers. It is now time for corrections and omissions.
Last show, corrections and omissions from How Did This Get Made?
Podcast.
Jason, Paul, and June will come along with you for these last looks, last looks.
Thank you, Yaquez. Am I pronouncing that right? That was a great theme song. Let's start with some phone calls. By the way, if you are calling us now, it's so much easier because now we're using SpeakPipe. That's right. SpeakPipe.com/HDTGM. I believe that that's right. Scott, tell me if I'm wrong. But it's so much easier. You could just call us whenever you want. There's no fees. There's no phone calls. We're trying to keep up with the times. Anyway, let's start with Linnell from Denver.
Hey gang, this is Linnell. I was calling because I was listening to your most recent episode, The Manitou, and you guys were talking about this supposed real case of somebody in Tokyo growing a baby in their chest. And I'm a pathologist, and so I thought I had some relevant knowledge to help clarify the situation. So what I bet this case actually was a teratoma. Teratomas are most often associated with the ovaries or the testes. These are tumors that will grow body parts. These are the freaky tumors that you hear about with teeth and hair and all of that kinds of stuff. But another place that teratomas can happen is in the mediastinum or the middle part of the chest. So you can get mediastinal teratomas. So if I had to guess, I would guess that this supposed real case in Tokyo was the case of a mediastinal teratoma and not some sort of real baby being grown in the middle of a kid's chest. Hopefully that helps clarify the situation. I love your podcast. I've been listening for years. I've seen you guys in real life a couple of times, and it's always a good time.
Okay. Linnell, you said a lot of words there that I heard and I am trying to understand. And I know that you are right. I'm just trying to wrap my head around it. But here's what I'm going to say to you. While you are 100% correct, I'm going to say that this production did no research on that actually happening at all. I think that was something that was tacked on at the end. And when they said Japan, it felt so far away that no one would fact check them because there was no internet. But I do appreciate knowing how this all works. And thank you for making us a little bit smarter. Now let's go to Diane.
Hey there, my name's Diane. I love you guys, love your show. But I just finished listening to Manitou and I had to call my mom because she was a nurse in the 70s. And about the hospital, absolutely 100%. There were carpets all throughout hospitals in the early 70s. Maybe not shag, but like that indoor outdoor. And she said that in the patient rooms, hallways, everywhere, it was all carpeted. And when they cleaned them, it would smell horrendous. Like you couldn't be around it when they were cleaning them, which is pretty nasty. And also another gross thing was the fact that in isolation rooms and stuff, so they didn't wear gloves, but there was an open pan with cleaner that you would just dip your hands in and everyone used, which seems, I don't know, gross. So yeah, you were right. Hospitals were horrendous in the 70s. Okay, bye.
What? This is absolutely bonkers. And you know what, Diane, you aren't the only one who verified the carpets in hospitals. That sounds so absolutely disgusting. Who came up with that idea? Who sold the wall-to-wall carpeting in hospitals? Oh my God. We got a lot of calls confirming this. So gross. And you know, my mom worked in an ER and I did know about that like hand dip. We were so gross. I mean, and that was so like when you look at like the timeline of like when that actually happened and where we are now, it's not that far away. Let me tell you, people, we might be going back. Let's talk to Zach from Michigan.
Hey, Paul and everybody. I just got done listening to The Manitou. This is Zach. And I wanted to point out something that you guys also pointed out, but I'd hoped you would talk about was the fact that everything took so long in the movie. The thing that took the longest was the scene where Tony Curtis comes out in the hospital and he's having a bad day and he needs an aspirin or something. And so the nurse says, well, here, take one of these. And then she gets him a water. And then he says, can I have another water? I always need 2 waters with these. And then he gets it and he opens up the packet and puts it in the glass, but nothing happens. It doesn't fizz, it doesn't do whatever. And then he says, oh, I wish there were instructions on these. And he kind of pours the water back and forth and nothing happens. He eventually says, oh, I guess this just isn't my day. Like his girlfriend has a monster crawling out of her back. And this is the worst thing that happens. But the thing that drove me the craziest was they spent 7 minutes on this scene and they never come back to it. I was sure that the monster would be killed by throwing Alka-Seltzer at it. Or maybe they would throw 1 glass of water, but then he needed another glass of water. I don't know. Maybe they would come back and when the room was frozen, you'd see the 2 frozen glasses. And then that would tell you that's where you were. Anyway, I had a ton of fun watching the movie. Thanks so much. And I hope this drove you as crazy as it drove me.
Oh, dude, Perfect point. Yes, this movie really is patient. What I'm thinking is they knew they had a great 45 minutes and they had to figure out how to get that other hour. And I feel like the entire movie is just padding that hour to get to that awesome 45 because that third act is truly magical. And I want to see if our friend, the director of *Malignant*, actually was inspired by the Manitou. I feel like it's impossible not to be. Anyway, thank you, Zach, for that that great observation. And maybe Alka-Seltzer did a little bit of product placement. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they were ahead of the branding game way before anybody else. All right, we're going to take a quick break right now. We'll be back with some more corrections and omissions from our Discord, so stick around. Hey everybody, before we continue with more corrections and omissions, I got to remind you every Tuesday we re-release an old episode. We take one out of the vault. This week's classic episode was The Quest with Jean-Claude Van Damme with our guest, John Gabris. And next week we will be revisiting the 2022 superhero flop, Morbius. That's right. Get your Morb on. So keep on checking out all of our replays of classic episodes every Tuesday. And by the way, we have been launching some new shirts. You go to the hdtgm.dashery.com. You can get all of our How Did This Get Made shirts. And if you are a little bit even curious, like a little t-shirt curious, check out what we've been doing over in the Unspooled .dashery store, because I have like a Terry Gilliam shirt there. I have an Odyssey shirt. They're not unspooled shirts. They're just kind of like fun movie shirts. My favorite one, my Letterboxd top 5 is better than yours. All right, let's see what our Discord has to say about the Manitou. Dr. Guts 1003 writes, I think the fact that Karen and Tony Curtis are wearing robes before sex can be explained by the fact that they had just been outside in the pouring rain in the previous scene, so they probably just changed into something dry. But what I couldn't understand is, why is Karen opening a bottle of wine the night before her operation? I mean, the fact that she woke up during the procedure probably has less to do with the Manitou and more because she had too much alcohol in her system for the anesthesia to work. Well, Dr. Guts, you are a doctor, so I'm going to take this as, as science fact. Look, it was the 70s. We're putting our hands in a big jug of water to wash them off. I don't think that anyone was saying don't eat or drink before surgery. And even don't go to the bone zone before surgery. I just feel like all of these choices were wrong. The Grayest Hound writes, the story that Paul vaguely remembered about a girl with a scarf that kept her head on was called The Green Ribbon. It was in a collection of scary stories for kids called In a Dark, Dark Room by Alvin Schwartz. It was a particular favorite of mine as a kid, and I actually have cosplayed as Jenny, the girl with the ribbon. Oh my God, this is so great. Now, Scott actually pulled the last page of this short story. It's pretty amazing. She says, Alfred, she said, now I can tell you about the green ribbon. Untie it and you will see why I could not tell you before. Slowly and carefully, Alfred untied the ribbon, and Jenny's head fell off. Boom! That's how you end a story. I love it. Thank you for bringing that into my life. I will make my kids read The Green Ribbon in a Dark, Dark Room. All right. And Android Lauren Hotel writes, Jessica was very close to the mark when she described the head during the seance as looking like it was almost a jello mold. During seances in the height of spiritualism, the matter left behind by spirits was called a mold. They were usually made from paraffin, wax, or muslin. The head in the film would be something expected by mediums holding a circle, but then they must have freaked out because it's usually a fake technique to fool people. Now, this is like, so they actually were making molds in seances? This is actually fascinating to me. And Scott chimes in more and says, and actually in the 1920s, the medium Franek Kluski claimed that spirits would dip their materialized limbs into a bowl of hot paraffin wax, and the resulting wax molds of hands should be treated as scientific proof of the paranormal. However, at one seance, the attendees asked him to produce a face mold instead of the usual hand mold, and the wax mold he produced ended up resembling a human butt more than a face. The seance attendees accused him of using his own butt, and it was later confirmed that Franek suffered burns on his butt for days afterwards. All right, well, how did he even create this thing that his butt, because was he doing it before or during? Was it like rigged to his butt? Oh, I love it. I love the paranormal, and I love like this kind of hoaxterism in it. I love this. I love it. I love it. I didn't even know this could be real. Okay. So, Fun Facts 47 writes, if the evil medicine man's primary goal right after birth was to breach the salt circle trapping him, why didn't he use the orderly's dead body he possessed to simply break the circle for him? Well, fun facts. Then we wouldn't have a third act. Yes, I don't know. Well, maybe can he like possess a body? Like he could possess a body. Well, huh. You got a good point. I didn't realize that the salt circle, like if it just had a little break in it, like a Pac-Man board, he could get out through it. So you're saying that if they just swept up the salt, he's good to go. Huh. Interesting. Somebody chime in here. Does the salt need to stay on the ground, or is the salt like kind of like layering it down, then the salt kind of gets in the ether, and then we're like trapped in this other zone? I don't know. And again, I don't think that this movie did that much research. The reason why they had to keep him in that circle was because they didn't have a bigger budget to have him run around inside that hospital. All right, so many great corrections and omissions this week, but there can only be one winner. And, Android Lauren Hotel really kind of opened my eyes to something I did not know before. I'm also still grossed out by Diane's call about the rugs, but I have to say that Android Lauren Hotel really just makes me want to Google some more because I want to find out how they did these wax hands and butts. Well, I think butts was a one-time thing, but I love it all. So anyway, you are our winner. And for your prize, we have assembled the official Manitou New Parent Emergency Kit. The kit has everything you'll ever need in case you ever give birth to an ancient demonic entity out of your neck. I'm talking about essential items like a maternity turtleneck with a fabric bulge in the collar for your growing lump, a best-selling book, What to Expect When You're Expecting a 400-Year-Old Gooey Little Devil Man, a novelty baby onesie with the parody of Straight Outta Compton logo that says straight out of your neck lump, and lastly, a tube of standard New Mommy nipple balm, which I should note is not for breastfeeding damage, but for the burns from the lasers that will shoot out of your nipples. And so this is just a great thing to have just in case you have somebody coming out of your neck. So I got to tell you, Android Lauren Hotel, I hope you enjoy that and you never have to use it. But like Karen in the movie, you never know when you'll be in the wrong place at the wrong time. And to the rest of you listening who didn't win this amazing prize, you can try your luck next episode by submitting your corrections and omissions on our Discord or by leaving us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/HDTGM. All right, it is that time of the show when Jason pops in. And normally I stay, but today I'm popping out because he is joined by comedian and TV critic Ashley Ray to discuss a ton of their favorite new TV shows. Ashley is a true TV expert. You can watch her right now on Netflix's Funny AF with Kevin Hart, and she also has a great Substack called Deep Trouble about the trouble with culture and media today. I am a subscriber. I love it. By the way, check me out on Substack. I love being on there. I don't charge you. Without further ado, it is now time for Jason and Ashley to take over. Seth Chatfield, play them in.
Is it this, or could it be that? A little swing of the cane, a little tip of the hat. No, it's Jason and Paul, just getting into it all in a segment that we call Just Chat. Yeah.
All right, everybody, here we go. It's Jason, and Paul wasn't able to be here, so I was like, I need somebody to come in and talk to me about the stuff that I'm watching that reminds me of the old TV I Say episodes that I used to do with Ashley Ray, comedian, podcaster. So I was like, call her up, get her in here. Ladies and gentlemen, Ashley Ray, welcome to How Did This Get Made?
Oh, thank you. It's so good to be here. I have needed to talk TV. I need to.
Crazy. You had this show, TV I Say, for many years that I was a regular guest on for kind of year-end recommendation lists, going through the stuff we loved. And boy, have I missed getting to chat with you since you stopped doing the podcast.
We'd just spent like 2 hours talking about every single show. And
it was the best.
It was the best. And now there's a peak TV moment happening right now. And I don't have anybody to talk to about it with. I need to talk about it.
I'm so glad that this came up because this has been making me excited all week. I've been making a list. I'm excited to talk to you about the stuff I've been watching. I'm curious if we're watching the same stuff.
I'm ready.
All right. let's go. What do you got? Let's jump in.
I mean,
the guest is please.
Yeah,
Ashley.
like there's so much. We just gotta, I think, number one, right off the bat, new show of the season that was a sleeper hit, Widow's Bay on Apple TV.
Let's talk about it. It's number one on my list too. And I'm going to say this. I will say, and full disclosure, Katie Dippold, creator of Widow's Bay, friend of the show, long-term friend of Paul and I from UCB New York. We've known her for 20 plus years.
So funny. Worked on Parks and Rec. So
the
hilarious.
Best. I'm so delighted that I guess people are figuring out that she's also the person who is responsible for the viral Babadook meme. She is the person dressed as the Babadook in costume at a Halloween party that nobody else appears dressed up at.
Yes. Just also very funny, like Twitter legend.
Yeah.
And watching people watch Widow's Bay and go, I thought this was going to be scary, but it's actually so funny. Is anyone else getting a Parks and Rec vibe? And it's like, yes, that's what it is. That's what it is.
Good. It's so good. I really am like, this is the strongest first season of a show I've seen in, I don't even know how long. This is not just because you mentioned at the beginning, like Sleeper's secret show of the year.
Yeah.
Like I would say Sleeper show of the last 5 years. Even shows that I was excited about have let me down. I was excited about it because it was my friend's show and I knew kind of what it was, but every episode just opens up into something so cool and so funny and so weird that I'm delighted.
And I have my new favorite character in my lifetime now, Patricia.
Incredible.
Just incredible. I did not know what I was going to get from her in the beginning. And then
the episode where she becomes obsessed with throwing the wine, the episode that's basically just about, that follows only her story was so, and that's like one of those examples of a thing, which is like, that's like, I can't remember, maybe episode 4 or maybe 5 for them to so quickly, so adeptly start telling like single character episode stories while still managing to branch out this large cast of characters, this weird supernatural island, there's a lot going on, but they're still able to completely confidently execute like single character point of view episode. Incredible.
And not just that, they'll be like, you know what, let's take it back to the 1500s.
Yes. Yeah, watch this. 2 episodes later, we're going back in time.
And then we'll go back. We got Betty Gilpin. She's down to do something fun. And that, again, one of my favorite episodes. Also hilarious. Yes. And it pays off in just such a great way with Hamish Linklater coming back as a really old guy. Not to give too much away.
Oh, no.
I
don't think you can spoil this show.
Yeah, I don't think you can spoil it.
Even though I feel like there's a ton of mysteries and secrets and there's a ton of stuff going on and stuff you can have that feeling of like talking to your friends about, well, do you think this is that or do you think they are this or but all that stuff, great. But like, it's also not a mystery, really. Yeah. It's not like I'm like so invested in the J.J. Abrams mystery box type of thing.
Yeah, like who was wearing that mask? It's like that doesn't really matter. It's more like, they're going to use Patricia as like the last woman and like she's going to be the survivor, but it's like going to play out in a very funny, ridiculous way.
Well, it's wonderful to have it be... Yes, I'm concerned and so invested in the mysteries and the secrets and revealing them and all of that. But all of that is only coming through our relationship with the characters.
Yeah.
And that's what comes first. And that's what I feel like a lot of the other kind of mystery forward shows seem to care more about the mystery or the whodunit or the whatever. Yeah. And the characters can feel real stock and real archetypal. And this feels like everybody is an absolute weirdo.
Everyone. And
so
I'll
excited.
say usually in shows like this, the teen cast, they don't pull their weight for me. I usually am rolling my eyes when I'm like some moody teenager who's finding out family secrets. I don't care. Like, I'm like, yeah, I get it, but there's monsters afoot. Like, you're secondary. But even in this, I'm like, oh no, like his son is so good.
So good.
Finding out your mother was like actually alive and all this stuff, the way that they set up will he die if he leaves?
Yes.
It's just also well done.
Oh, and like for a show to so incredibly smartly be able to hold 2 competing things at once, a a compelling horror narrative that nonetheless is still inexplicably hilarious.
Yeah.
You know, and the laughs don't let the steam out of the horror, like the anxiety, the pressure. Like, there'll be scenes that are overtly funny and have jokes and are hilarious. And then like the scene where the kids are parked outside of the creepy house. And then
Yes.
Ethan goes up to go into the house. And then there's this moment where it switches from like charming, funny teen, ha ha ha, cracking actual good jokes to
Yeah.
truly tension
Terrifying.
filled. Oh my God. And they are so good at drawing out the tension and the anxiety in a way that still they can then flip it on a dime and be, Neil Casey can say something hilarious or Stephen Root can do something funny. The idea that Stephen Root is able to do double duty here
Yes.
is incredible.
Which, and he practiced on Barry. He was nailed.
That's
and
true.
Just that energy is coming across so well here. And then Matthew Rhys.
Unreal.
My perfect boy in this.
Wow.
Like, I don't know if you're familiar with Courage the Cowardly Dog.
I'm
cartoon. It's a Cartoon Network cartoon that was about a dog that was named Courage, but very cowardly, is always dealing with like monsters and zombies attacking his little home, and he's terrified. And Matthew Rhys is doing a perfect, caricature of that little dog. Every face he makes is just him being like, oh no, not another problem. And it's so good. The scene of him on the boat where he's just like looking down at this old man, and then the boat shifts and he flies out of his seat like he's Charlie Chaplin. Every choice he makes is perfect.
It's an incredible performance because he has to be forwarding every bit of plot. You know what I mean? Both the serious, weighty plot. He is the person who's making steps initially that then kind of lead to a lot of bad stuff. So he has like a very high stakes role in it.
Yeah.
But he is still Charlie Chaplin is a great call, still so goofy and physically silly at times without feeling like a clown character, without it feeling like it's a Jim Carrey or like a clown performance. It feels very real and organic, but silly, which is, wow, what a magic trick to pull off.
I mean, I rolled my eyes when I was like, oh, they're doing an episode where he takes shrooms.
Yes.
Ends up being one of my favorite episodes.
Well, I was like
going up to the car with the teenagers. Perfect. Just so much physical comedy.
Well, I mean, and what a great... Okay, so I'm so glad you brought up that episode because I think that's an incredible episode of television because we are now, especially in recent history, we are full of TV shows or movies, but TV shows that feature everybody doing a powerful drug and then we watch their experience on the drug. And what I loved about this show is this show very confidently is like, we'll never let you into his interiority. We'll never let you see the trip through his eyes. We see it all from the people around him. He just is awakening and he's lost time. We now see him, but we're always seeing him from the outside, which I loved.
Yes, it's like loved just in seeing the growing frustration of Patricia, like getting the leash on him and just
what
being
is going
like,
on
stop
with
it.
you?
Yeah, like we've told you where Ethan is. Just so good. And then Chris Fleming. Doing amazing guest role there. People knowing what they're doing at
everybody
level.
It's like a who's who of incredible character actors, incredible and then just also like the woman playing Patricia, true discovery for me at least. I'm certain I've seen her in something, but I'm not.
I can't pin it with her.
and as a result, it feels like a true reveal or a true revelation. I'm discovering a new person. She feels so fully realized. I think partially because I'm not bringing any baggage from anything else.
Yeah. I did not expect her to really be a main character, especially since we have Jeff Hiller there, and he's so good. I was like, we're obviously going to get a whole episode around him, and then Patricia just comes out of nowhere. He stole my heart.
Exceptional. He's another. He was, I think, on a Herald team with Katie Dippold for many years. Another old UCB New York mainstay, and then I thought was just incredible on Somebody Somewhere. And then he
deserved
won
that Emmy.
He
I
won the
clapped,
Emmy,
I
right?
cried.
Yeah, that's
He
right.
won.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
exactly. Okay, right.
He was the underdog, and he won.
I love
that
it.
was beautiful.
I love it. Makes me so happy. Yeah, she's done such a great job populating this show with an incredible cast of characters and character actors, which is absolutely a blast. Okay, Scott's saying we should move on because
we should move on. I could talk about Widow's Bay all day.
Yes, we could. This could be the Bay Hive. Is that being used? Is that being used?
No, I don't think anyone's using Bay Hive.
Okay.
I think we could go with that. Yeah.
All right, we'll do that. Okay. Okay, so let's see what else.
I'll do another Apple TV
Please.
one. Maximum Pleasure Guaranteed. Have you done this?
I have not started. I love Tatiana Maslany. I'm a
Yes.
huge fan. I'm excited for this show, but I haven't started it yet. Please go.
I think it is better to start with a few episodes out. They did the classic Apple TV debut with 3 episodes. Now I think there's 5 out. So it is a slow build. It's really good. It is everything she was doing in Orphan Black, but instead she's like an alcoholic mom with a dark secret. And
I love it.
Oh my god! Oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting his name from New Girl, everybody's favorite guy.
Oh, Jake. It's Jake Johnson.
Yeah, Jake Johnson. Yeah. He's in it. Amazing. Just ornery ex-husband. He's doing great. And then she gets pulled into this dark, seedy underbelly of like cam whores and stuff. And it's really funny though. It is kind of like Widow's Bay, where you think, oh, this is going to be like a kind of dark drama, maybe like Imperfect Women or Your Friends and Family. But then it goes into a really funny place where you're like watching a stalker like find her daughter to kill her.
Oh, wow.
But then he gets the wrong person, and it's funny, and it's like, okay.
Yeah. Well, I feel like a little bit of what we were saying about Matt Reese in Widow's Bay is true for Tatiana as well, which is I think she can do anything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, I think she can carry, if you go to Perry Mason she can do heavy, very weighty stuff, very intense, emotionally available stuff. Orphan Black, incredible. But then she can turn and She-Hulk be hilarious.
Hilarious.
Like, truly hilarious. She's a regular guest on Comedy Bang Bang. She did improv in Canada. Like, she is an absolute hilarious person. So
and in this, she gets to be funny and then also very, very sad and dark, but then she'll just like pull it around. And it's another show that I think people are going to start talking about more when it ends.
Yeah.
I think people wanted a few episodes to come out because it is like one of those frustrating mystery shows where you're like, come on, where's this going?
You mentioned one of the things you mentioned in there, which led me to want to ask you this, because I haven't watched any of it, but you said in Cam Girls describing this, have you watched Margot Has Money Troubles yet?
Yes. And
I have not.
Be my next one on the Apple TV list.
Oh, great.
I got. Yeah, they're killing it over on Apple TV.
By the way,
right
I
now.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, HBO, but they've kind of come for you, and they're in the lead. Like, I did like Margot's Got Money Troubles. It's funny. I did read the book it's based on, and I actually was not a fan of the book, and so
interesting.
I thought the TV show did a better job of highlighting this girl who's really young and naive. And, they're like cam girling has become kind of a plotline in a lot of shows recently. And everyone's like, oh, wow, that's the new kind of obsession with Hollywood. But it's really secondary in the show. Like, it's really about this girl coming to terms with her father being an addict and, realizing she trusted a man. Yeah,
right?
that's Offerman. Yeah. And he's so, like, to me, he carries the show. He's
another person, an actor I think can do anything, can be so serious and so terrifying in something like Devs, and then can really straddle the line in like Death by Lightning.
Yeah, and here he's a scary, funny dad, grandpa figure who's an ex-wrestler.
Wow.
Yeah, like he plays it so well and has one of the most terrifying like near-death scenes that like it's just heartbreaking to watch, and he does it so well. So I think we might hear some Emmy stuff for him. It's a really different role for him.
Great.
Yeah. So I thought it's a good show. It's more emotional than funny.
Yeah,
really.
Great.
I think people kind of were like, I wanted more comedy, but it is a little, it's a kind of traditional.
It's a little sincere. It's a little bit. It's not a broad comedy. While it might have light moments. I'm
having with a lot of shows right now is this thing of why isn't that girl getting an abortion? And
Yeah.
it's a problem in a lot of shows right now where they never really address it. But in this one, they at least give her the excuse of she's very naive and basically her parents are like, don't do this. And because they say don't do it, she's like, fuck you, I'm going to show you I can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Whereas
just
with,
to be
like,
contrarian.
With Rooster, which I love Rooster, very funny. It's like, no, we need to sit down and talk about why this girl is having a kid with a guy that she clearly hates. Her friends clearly hate him. Why are we doing this?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I'm not watching Rooster. So I did not know that was a plot line in it. Oh, okay,
and
got it.
I'll put that on the list. It is HBO's biggest debuting comedy right now. I mean,
Which
Steve
is
Carell.
Wild. Yeah.
It is wild because it's not that interesting of a premise.
I watched the first episode, and it felt to me again like another show that's not quite funny the way I'd like it to be.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
It felt just a little. It just felt light. You know.
Yeah, it is light.
Yeah,
and it's like the whole time. I mean, this. Basically, a guy has an affair with a grad student, gets her pregnant, decides to leave his wife, but then kind of goes back and forth. Steve Carell comes back, and it's his daughter's school. She's a teacher there. It's actually based on where I went to college, so that part was kind of interesting.
Wait, where'd you go to school?
Williams College.
Oh, yeah.
You went to
I went to Middlebury.
Yeah, Middlebury. Yeah. So, people watching it were like, is this realistic? Do teachers really hang out with students like this? And I was like, yeah, no, that's what it's like out there.
Oh, for sure.
Like, yeah, your teacher would be like, want to come to my house and stay in my sauna? That's
absolutely. We're all going to Jeff's, Jeff, the professor's name. We all call him Jeff.
We all
right?
call him Jeff. It's all first names.
Absolutely.
And people, so that I was like, it does capture that. But it could be funnier. It's just kind of a light show that lets Steve Carell kind of be adorable. And then you're like, but wait, why is this girl keeping this baby? And then her and Robbie Hoffman, amazing in it. But then they're just like, best. God, he's an asshole, right? And it's like, yeah, he is. So why are you doing this?
That's a bummer. That's what and a little bit like, I'm so grateful for right now a show that I think isn't getting enough love simply because I feel like it is pound for pound, like so joke dense in a way that I'm desperate for is The Fall and Rise of Reggie Dinkins.
Yes.
This is, I think, pound for pound, like the funniest show actively happening right now.
The funniest sitcom for sure.
That's what I mean.
TV.
The landscape of sitcoms is so kind of what we're saying about what I'm saying, at least about Rooster or a lot of other of these half-hour comedies that are lauded. They're either soft or kind of funny. Nobody wants this, or not funny at all. The Bear, and all of these are great shows. I'm not shading these shows. I think these are great shows, but they're just not necessarily what I'm looking for in a half-hour comedy, and that is what Reggie Dinkins is giving me.
As someone who wants that, like 30 Rock, Parks and Rec, 40 jokes a second, like Reggie Dinkins. I've already rewatched the season because there are jokes I missed and knew I missed. It was just like, I need to go back and enjoy it.
Well, that's what I mean. It's so joke dense. Like there's shit that's happening. One of the funniest jokes to me on it is evidence of this because it's like, they are all obsessed with watching a TV show called FDNY Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago. Yes.
So it's in the New York Fire Department that is answering calls to fight fires in Chicago. And it's so softly threaded into the show. It's just on the TV in the background. Characters will every once in a while reference it. But I'm like, oh, this is what I love about shows like this is there are so many layers of jokes happening that, you can watch it multiple times and still get more out of it.
And that episode had my favorite jokes about Chicago, that funnier than anything the Bear's ever done, when he's just like, I can't, my pizza's deeper than I'm used to. So good.
So good.
And it's one where I don't know if it's because Peacock isn't really promoting it or NBC, but I thought it would get more attention.
I don't understand.
Tina Fey's killing it right now.
Yes.
Like she has 4 seasons. She's still the queen of comedy.
Oh yeah. And in that one, I mean, just to call it back, we mentioned Megan Thee Stallion earlier. Let's put her here as
Reggie
well.
Dinkins.
A hilarious a couple of episodes that she appears in as a love interest for teeny tiny Daniel Radcliffe, who is absolutely hilarious in this show. I think.
So good in it. And I'm glad he's finally getting recognized. People didn't really know what he was doing in Miracle Workers, which was so funny. And now I also love that they took the you know, the I think people were getting tired of the mockumentary thing, and
Yes.
they just have completely flipped it in such a great way.
Agree.
Everybody, and Bobby Moynihan's doing so great.
funny. He's
Ugh,
great.
Just
Everybody. Everybody's great. Where are you, Ashley Ray, on BritBox as a streaming service?
I like BritBox.
Okay.
It is one that I altered in and out.
Okay. Interesting.
I'll like do it for the summers and get my BritBox in, and then I switch to Philo.
So you do it seasonally, not based on there's something I want to watch on it.
Yeah, no. If there's something really good, I might change the lineup, but usually right now I'm like watching Love After Lockup, and This Is Polly on Philo. It's that season, so I gotta have my Philo for my Wii TV right now.
I don't even know what Philo is. You keep saying it, and I'm like,
I'm just saying, like, it's like a thing everyone should know.
Philo?
It's like for every TV network that like you might remember from cable, like Wii TV, or like how there was a channel that would just like stream courtrooms. All of those networks still exist, but no one can watch them because they don't have cable. And Philo's
actually a former sponsor of the show.
They've sponsored your show.
They sponsored this show?
They basically went, let's capture all of those channels.
Of course, Philo.
That we all know and love.
And of course, use the promo code bonkers for 10% off your subscription to Philo.
Also, I'll say, they don't check if you use different emails, and you can coast for 8 months on free Philo accounts.
I love that.
Which is what I do. And
I'm sure they're going to be thrilled we're letting that hack out.
You can watch, like,
it's great.
It has like Hallmark shows, Wii TV.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, like basically, if you still want to watch a BET reality show, you have to have Philo. Like, they don't have any of the real channels, but
that's interesting.
I will not Lockup.
Yeah, I don't need Philo because, of course, as a Gen Xer, I still have DirecTV.
Yeah, exactly.
I still have a DVR in my home.
Yeah, my friends who are like, "What do you mean you can't watch like the Summer House reunion live?" And I'm like, "I don't have cable. Like, I watch it on Peacock the next day." And they're like, "That sounds like hell," and it is, honestly.
Well, when you next have BritBox, may I please recommend The Other Bennett Sister?
Oh, yes, I've been hearing good things about this.
Absolutely dynamite. It is so good and so fun and funny, and it's an interesting show because I guess it's based on a book. I don't know the book. And it's basically about, the family that is Sense and Sensibility and Persuasion and all those stories.
Yeah.
Except the focus is on Mary Bennett, who is the sister who doesn't get married and the sister who has, you're following her on her solo adventure in life. And it's half-hour episodes, even though it is like a period. It very much is a light period drama, I would say. It's not a Dickinson or The Great. It's not like a contemporary music, and it's not a Bridgerton. It doesn't have a lens on this.
It's not just for the sex and the fun.
Not at all. It feels like you're watching a very good version of one of those Emmas or Sense and Sensibility.
Ooh, okay.
Except that it's just a little lighter, and the episodes are like 30 minutes or 35 minutes or something. So boy, it goes down smooth, and it is. I don't know if it's just the mood I'm in or the place the world is in, but it is delightful to spend time with Mary Bennett and watch her work her way through the world, because it just is if you know those stories, it's wonderful because you're watching like a Rosencrantz and Guildenstern Are Dead for the stories you know so well. So, in the background, there's Mr. Darcy in the background over there, but he's not he's barely spoken in this show completely, which is hilarious.
I love this.
Oh yeah, it's a blast.
I would love this. Okay, I'm putting that on my BritBox list. I am looking forward to Outrageous.
I don't know that.
That's the one my friends were like, you got to get BritBox for Outrageous.
Oh, good. Oh, I'll find that.
They told me it's about 6 sisters. I love a big family show. But that's the one they're like, oh, it's great, 6 sisters. So I have been I have that on my BritBox list. But
Awesome.
I
That's
gotta
great.
wait for Love After Lockup to finish its
Yeah,
current season.
okay, I get it. When you do get BritBox too, I will recommend, this is not a recent show, this is from a couple of years ago, the David Mitchell show Ludwig, which I thought was terrific.
Oh, yes.
That's
I've heard
another
good things about that one.
Great in the kind of kooky character solves real mysteries, a la Elsbeth or High Potential or those kind of stories. This is very much that, with David Mitchell at the middle of it, which is terrific.
Okay, then I'm in on that.
We're running out of time, I know that, but what else? Do you have anything more you want to passionately talk about, or we can speed around?
We haven't even got to HBO Max. I don't need to say anything more about Hacks, but wow, they nailed that landing. Beautiful, beautiful. Half Man, what a scary show.
I haven't watched it.
Oh my goodness!
Oh my God.
What a scary, hard to watch, terrifying show. Richard Gadd, are you okay? Get some help.
I saw the one-man show version of Baby Reindeer in London, and it was so unsettling. It stayed with me for 3 months afterwards. I thought about it constantly.
Like, Baby Reindeer is like a comedy compared to Half Man.
Wow. Wow.
Half Man is just, my friends would come over when I was watching and they'd be like, is this just the one with angry men yelling? And it's it's just that just sad, angry men. There's never a moment of happiness. The whole time you're like, could just something be okay for once for any character in this show?
Nope.
But Richard Gadd is terrifying in it. Does a wonderful job. It's just so dark, but I did like it. It's
awesome.
One of those shows that sticks with you, and the ending is so horrifying that you're like, oh, well, I'll have a few nightmares.
That's great. Okay. A show that does give me nightmares just because it's so scary and unsettling while also being, I think, captivating and fantastic as a procedural thriller kind of detective show is Dark Winds. Do you watch Dark Winds on AMC at all?
I do. Yeah.
I'm obsessed. I think this is the best show.
If you get Philo, you get AMC with it for free. That's how I watch all the AMC shows.
Now, hold on.
Philo.
Do you get MGM?
Actually, I think you do.
Okay, because if you get MGM, then that helps me get my beloved SAS Rogue Heroes, which is because that's what I do. I subscribe to services when I know something, like when SAS Rogue Heroes has a new season, I subscribe to MGM.
Yeah, like Interview with the Vampire's coming back. So that's another reason I have Philo, because you get AMC with that.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I'm subscribing to shit because there's something on there I want. I subscribed to something called MHZ for a while, just because there was some detective show from Norway I wanted to watch. And then I forgot I had it. It's absurd.
I do that a lot, yeah.
But Dark Winds, I think is kind of an incredible show that I feel like at a time when people were watching shows week to week regularly in a way that Mad Men or Breaking Bad, I'm just using other AMC shows as an example. I feel like Dark Winds would be an enormous hit. Yes. I feel like it is getting lost in the shuffle, that AMC is not a real place.
It's not a real channel.
It's not a real. It's neither a channel nor a streaming service. It's a nothing.
Yeah,
and
it's hard to find.
Exactly, and as a result, the show doesn't get the press or the promotion or the push that it needs to break through. But
and people confuse it with one of those Paramount shows. I've heard people be like, "Oh, isn't that one of the
Taylor Sheridan shows?"
Taylor Sheridan shows. And I'm like, "No, it's not that at all."
It's not at all. Promise. It is a detective story, or it's a police procedural that's set on a Native American reservation in the 70s. That's based on Tony Hillerman books. Robert Redford and George R.R. Martin produce it. Zahn McClarnon is the lead and is unbelievable in this role. Yeah. It is lightly supernatural in ways that are so compelling and so interesting, but that's not what it is. It's not it's not a supernatural mystery show.
Yeah, you're not waiting for the Stranger Things
not at all
of oh, how does this magic work or whatever.
Not at all. They are tackling regular, a case per season that they are investigating. And then there are light flavors of supernatural stuff that are going on that are really wonderful.
It's kind of what I wanted from that last season of True Detective.
Yes.
That we got with Jodie Foster. It's if that had nailed it, it's Dark Winds.
I agree.
It's so good.
I agree. Yeah. And I think True Detective is a great comp for Dark Winds because I think it shares a lot of similar DNA. I do think Dark Winds is just better at it. Possibly because it's based on books that are good. And so they have a bedrock to build off of. Anyway.
And they didn't have to be in the shadow of True Detective, one of the greatest shows ever.
Anything else?
I will say, for adult animated shows, I have enjoyed Kevin.
Oh, yeah.
On Amazon Prime Video.
100%.
Aubrey Plaza.
Yep, Joe Wengert's show. Incredible. So many UCB and, LA comedy friends in that one. Like a fantastic show.
Wasn't expecting much. And then Whoopi Goldberg's in it. Yeah. She's great. It really surprised me. John Waters has a great little part in it.
So funny.
So, I like to give a shout out to the adult animated shows.
Yeah, no, I feel like both you and I are very committed to as adults to furthering animation to other adults. Because I feel like, but I will say we've also lost a bunch of good adult animated shows. Yeah. Although Rick and Morty has just started its new season, but I am not caught up, so I can't. It's on my list. I'm not
excited.
It's on my list, but I didn't get to it.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm caught up. I have a Rick and Morty tattoo. I'm gonna watch. Yeah. But I'm not excited. Yeah. I am sad that we lost Smiling Friends. Yeah. And that last little episode they did was so good.
Have you watched this show that has now been recommended to me a few times, but I haven't started it, called, I think, Digital Circus? Have you heard of this?
I don't think I have.
It might be, that might not be the whole title. There might be more words to it. Anyway, it's been it occurred to me that you might know it because a bunch of cool people told me about it.
Yeah, it's like a YouTube thing and everyone's like, oh, it's more popular than like Harry Potter now.
Correct. I think it's now The Amazing Digital Circus. Thank you, Scott.
Yeah. It's like a big thing.
It's now on, I think, maybe Netflix, or it's now on a streaming service. It started on YouTube and apparently it's amazing. So but I didn't know if you knew it. It's just organically come up like 3 times in the last week. So I'm like, oh, this show's clearly having a moment.
Just this morning, someone was asking me about it, actually. Yeah, and I was like, I don't know. I don't watch YouTube TV.
Amazing.
I'm old.
So old. All right. Do you have any last minute recs? I'll just before we get out of here. I know you've got. Look at you. You look genuinely panicked.
I genuinely, there's so much. We didn't even get to Peacock.
Run it down. Go.
Slip was really good with Zoe Lister-Jones. It's about a woman, and every time she has sex and orgasm, she's pushed into a different life where whoever she had sex with becomes her new partner.
Oh, that's
and
cool.
And it's a really cool, funny premise. It's great.
Wow.
That comic I also like is in it. I can't remember his name, but it's really good. And then obviously Love Island is happening right now, and it's great. I mean, I've been totally Bravo-fied in my head. They got me into all the Real Housewives, Summer House. I can't stop. Real Housewives of Rhode Island is really good.
What?
They got me. They got me beyond Below Deck.
You. Oh, you're cooked. It's over.
I'm cooked. I'm all in. I hate that I know who Kyle is from Summer House, and I have opinions about Southern Hospitality, which
I don't know who
better
any of these
than the Vanderpump
are.
Rules reboot.
Yeah.
But
wow. Yeah, that's the thing is whenever stuff like that happens, like the Summer House scandal or the scandal from a couple of years ago with
Scandival.
Thank you.
Of
yes.
course.
I'm aware of it because it bubbles through to general pop culture, but I'm not I've never heard of Summer House until this scandal hit.
It's basically about some people, and every summer they go to the Hamptons and live in a house, and then they all date each other. But sometimes it's a problem when they date.
Boy.
So. Yeah, but oh my God, I love Andy Cohen now. It's a problem. So.
Oh no! This is very dangerous.
Honestly, just stay away from Bravo. Just don't watch it. Just stick with Traitors, which the last season was amazing. Yeah,
I really don't watch any of that stuff. The only show that I will promote, that I will talk about because I was on a previous season, is currently Taskmaster season 21, which is not at all the kind of reality show you're talking about, but nonetheless an unscripted show. Every episode is on YouTube. Kumail Nanjiani is on this season and is so fantastic and He's so really funny, good. As is the rest of his cast.
Oh my gosh, Deli Boys.
Yes.
he's
great.
in the new season, and he's so good in it.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I didn't know he was in the new season. Oh, fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Him and Fred Armisen are like foils in the new season. It's really funny.
First
I love
season of Deli Boys.
Gotta give that
fantastic. I feel like that's another one of those shows that I'm so glad made it to another season.
Yes.
Fantastic.
It's joke heavy this second season.
Oh, good.
Like they really find themselves. It's so good. I'm a big fan of that show, and the whole cast is great.
Awesome.
The one guy is so hot in it, and they really play into that this season.
Oh, good.
So,
okay, great.
Yeah.
Outstanding. Well, this has been amazing. We should wrap it up. Ashley Ray, here you are. You've put TV I Say to bed. Do you have anything coming up that you would like to promote?
Yeah, you can follow my Substack, Deep Trouble. I still give TV recs over there, and I'm starting a new project with that where I'll still be talking about TV, other things. So follow my Substack. You'll get all the updates. And if you live in LA, I host a weekly comedy show now. It's free.
Oh,
it's
where?
in Silver Lake. It's at Casa Cheetah, a really good Mexican restaurant.
Great.
We get really great people. I think Joel Kim Booster, Rachel Pegram will be on the show after this is airing.
Incredible. So to check out your social media to find out when and where next shows are coming.
At the Ashley Ray.
At the Ashley Ray. And then at some point soon, there will be an announcement about something new to come. I love it.
Yes.
And let's just hope if it's something new to come that where you're talking about TV on in a podcast format, that if you don't have me there, I will sue you.
Yeah, you should. You absolutely should. But
Great.
You're going to be there. Come on.
Awesome.
So many things we didn't talk about.
Oh, so much. My list is genuinely has like 15 more things.
Yeah, we didn't even get to like half of it.
And half of the stuff we talked about, I could have talked about for so much longer.
Yeah, we're going to have to do a part 2 on this.
Oh, I loved it. Thank you so much, Ashley. This was a blast.
Thank you. This was great.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm back. They were great, weren't they? Okay. Thank you, Ashley, for joining us. But now it is finally time to announce our next movie. Believe it or not, this next movie will be our 400th episode. Feels like we are much slower than the average podcast. But if you count these last looks, we're about 400 there as well. So we got 800. Still seems way behind most people. Anyway, we wanted to do something special for our 400th. So let's choose something worthy of such a special occasion. Next week, we'll be going from the Manitou's hospital freeze to a magical flying trapeze. Oh, yeah, you have no idea what's in store for you. This is so good. We'll be watching the 2006 family dramedy Circus Island, starring Audrey Landers, Judy Landers, and Ed Marinaro. Here is IMDb's breakdown of the plot. In this lighthearted family adventure, 15-year-old Gabrielle runs away from home to find her deadbeat dad, who is a flying trapeze flyer living on a tropical island. Together, they turn the island into a circus camp for teens. It is a family circus in more ways than one. Dangers, tears, love, and laughter. It all happens under the big top. Now, there are no reviews for Circus Island on Rotten Tomatoes, so instead we turn to Letterboxd. There's a user there called Ahep who writes, "We're dancing on the edge of genius and crazy with this one. A family trapeze movie about the haunted pirate circus island that has crippling debt and generational heritage with Targaryen family dynamics and a summer camp. A true unicorn and completely baffling. I got to tell you, one of my favorite movies that we have done in a very, very long time. Make sure that you watch The Landers Sisters, The Landers Family, and Circus Island. It goes by a few different names, but let's take a listen to the trailer.
Lena and Jenny are sisters, but their family is a little different.
A long time ago, before we were born, Dad was married to Mom's sister.
You emptied our bank account for some useless wasteland?
That island's been in my family for generations. It's magical.
We are going to turn this island into a circus camp for kids.
Teens become stars. They overcome their greatest fears. One family, one dream. But the dream becomes a nightmare.
You can watch Circus Island for free on YouTube. You can also watch it on Tubi and Hoopla. It is well worth your time. I don't say that often. And Jason and June agree because we already recorded this episode. So get to watching. Anyway, that is it for Last Looks. If you listen to us on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please rate and review us. It helps us, okay? It helps us keep this show completely free and get us more of that ad money. So anyway, make sure that you are following us. If you are on Apple Podcasts, it helps the show and we appreciate it. And you can also make sure that you are following us on social media. We've been updating our social media, and I think you'll like what we have there. A big thank you to our producers, Scott Sani and Molly Reynolds, our engineer, Casey Holford, our social media manager, Zoe Applebaum, and of course, we will forever be grateful to the one and only Avril Halley. Make sure you get her shirt over at hdtgm.dashery.com. We will see you next week for episode 400 of How Did This Get Made as we take an unforgettable boat ride to Circus Island. And don't worry, just stay happy. I think that's the song of the movie. It's not Be Happy because they didn't want to steal that. All right. See you next week. Bye for now.